Hello students, once again welcome back to my channel. I hope you all are doing well and I hope you have gone through the recent videos in which we have already learned transformation of sentences, and particularly we have done transformation of affirmative sentences into negative sentences. In today's video lesson, we will be further learning that how we can transform an affirmative sentence into interrogative sentence. Okay, so let's begin. So students, to transform any sentence, first of all, we should know that how to change that. Okay, so for this, we must know the basic structure or rule of that particular sentence. So for affirmative sentences, we have this basic structure. We have subject plus verb plus object plus full stop. Okay, so now we have to change this structure into interrogative sentence. Okay, we have to even change this structure to make it into an interrogative sentence. So for this, we have to change into WH word plus verb plus subject plus question mark, right? Students, pay attention to the punctuation mark as well. From affirmative, when we are talking about full stop, in interrogative, we have to change the full stop also into question mark. Okay, so let's try to understand all these structures with the help of an example. Number one, children were making a noise. Full stop. Now students, in this first example, I have helping verb were. Okay, see, whatever I am marking here, you have to mark the same way. It is very important. So here in this sentence, were is my helping verb, right? Now I have to change this sentence into interrogative, so I have to follow the structure. So at the first position, what I have to place? I have to place what? Listen it carefully. Children were making a noise. Now I have to change this into question. What were the children doing? Question mark. Have you seen that I have my helping verb here were and the helping verb remains at the same position? What I have done? I have used here what. Students, you have to pay attention on this point that right now we are doing examples with the one which we are having helping verb. Okay, so how we are changing in the helping verb. In the upcoming examples, we will be learning about the main verbs. Okay, there is a slight change that how to change the sentences when we have helping verb and when we have main verb. Okay, so you have to pay attention on that what is my helping verb, what is my main verb. So basic structure you must know that what is my subject, what is my helping verb, what is my main verb, and you must know the tense as well. Okay, you must know how to transform the sentence according to the given tense. Okay, so here, what were the children doing? Question mark. Basically, it was already given in the answer. Children were making a noise. So, what were the children doing? So, I have just added this WH word what in order to frame the question. Okay. Now, let's see different type of sentences. Second example, he is a wise leader, full stop. Now, here, first of all, we have to mark the helping verb. So can you see what is my helping verb here? He is a wise leader. Here my helping verb is. Okay, then I have to change this into question. Okay, so can I write here what kind of leader is he, right? See students, pay attention on this point that just to change this into an interrogative sentence, I have changed the position. Can you see here in the beginning of sentence it was given he is, but here in the question it is he, because I have placed my subject at the last so that I will put it like a question. Okay, what kind of leader is he? Okay, most of the time we say, are you crying, right? Whenever we are asking question, you are crying, full stop. Are you crying? Question mark. So this is how we are transforming. Okay, he is a wise leader. What kind of a leader is he? So here I have used what in order to make it a question. Okay, let's see this example. Ramesh is an honest worker, full stop. We have to mark here helping verb. So have you seen that I have encircled these helping verbs, right? So is, what is? Is my helping verb. So if I transform this into question, can I say what is an honest worker? I cannot say what. So here, who is an honest worker? So answer would be my subject. Okay, so here Ramesh is the answer. So this is how we have to check that whether I should use here what, whether I have to use here who, what I have to place here accordingly. Okay, Ramesh is an honest worker. Who is an honest worker? Question mark. Now this was all about your helping verbs. Now there is some change in the sentence because we have different sentences with main verbs. Okay, so let's see those examples. Example number 4. He became a doctor. Full stop. Now students, make sure that whenever you are learning all these things, you must mark main verb, verb 2, verb 1, all these things, so that whenever you will revise the topic, you will easily get to know that why we have done this type of transformation. Okay, he became a doctor. Now students, here became is verb second form. Okay, you need to understand that this is my V2, verb second form, and here became is my main verb. Now what you have to learn here, that whenever you are changing any sentence of containing verb 2 into an interrogative sentence, you must know that you have to use auxiliary verb before your subjects. Okay, we have different auxiliary verbs like did, does, do, so we have to accordingly place them before our subject. So here what we have to use, we have to use did he become a doctor. Now we have changed this became also because became is verb second form. So students, always remember, have you seen that I have written over there did plus subject plus verb first form. Always remember that whenever you are framing any question by using did, always make it a point that with did you have to use did plus subject plus verb first form. Most of the students always use incorrect verb. They use verb second. So I cannot use verb second with did. Okay, with did I have to use always verb first form. So did he become a doctor? Question mark. Here did is my auxiliary verb. Okay, I am using it before my subject so that I can change this sentence into a question. Are you understanding this? Let's see example number 5th. Mr. Sinha teaches us science. Full stop. Now students, there are some rules which you have to understand, that whenever we talk about he, she, it, we have to use s or es, right? With all these things we have to use s or es. Here we have a name of a person, Mr. Sinha, right? So I have to use here es. Mr. Sinha teaches us science. Now in order to change this into question, I have to use what? I have to use another auxiliary verb. So I will use does. Does Mr. Sinha teaches science? Now you must be thinking, here my verb was teaches and here in the question I have used teach. So students, have you seen this arrow? I have marked this arrow. So it means that I will use verb first form. Okay. When we'll talk about does, we have to use verb first form with does. Okay, can you see that es which was in the teaches, that I have used with do. So that is how I have got my does. Does Mr. Sinha teaches science? So with singulars I will use does. Okay, and with plurals what I have to use? With plurals I will use do. Okay, let's see 6th example. They talk rudely. Full stop. Now I'm having here subject they. It means I'm talking about plural, right? So whenever I will talk about plural, I have to use do. Okay. Here my main verb is talk. I have marked everything here so that you can easily understand this. So you have to maintain notes like this. Do they talk rudely? Question mark. So students, what is do? Here do is my auxiliary verb, okay, and they is plural, so that's why I have used do before my subject. Here can you see I have written s stands for subject, so I have placed this do before my subject because they is plural. Okay, whenever we are talking about they, we, so all these things are plurals. Are you understanding this? Students, now let's see the last example. She is writing a letter. Full stop. Now I have to change this into question. So I have to change the position of my subject and my helping verb. Okay, is she writing a letter? Question mark. Can you see that I have placed my is, this my helping verb, at the first position. Okay, just to make it a question, I have placed the position at the first position. Okay, so students, I have used certain short forms in these notes and you have to refer to these. Helping verb is HV. Okay, then MV is your main verb. You have to remember this point, that whenever you are talking about main verb, whenever you have your main verb in your sentence, you have to use auxiliary verbs like do, does, did before your subject. Okay students, so students, these are certain sentences and the way how we can transform our sentences from affirmative to interrogative. Okay, we must know the rule, we must know the structure, we must identify what is my helping verb, what is my main verb, what type of a tense I am having. So I should have all these basic knowledge. Okay, that what is my subject, at which position my subject will go, right? Then about the punctuation mark, my full stop will also change into a question mark. Okay, so students, make sure that you will follow this pattern and you have to make the key notes for this chapter, right? So I hope it is clear to you now, right? You have to practice certain questions, and if you face any difficulty in solving them, you can always ask me in the comment box. So students, I hope that this much is clear to you all. Now I'll meet you all in the next video lesson. Till then, keep on practicing, keep on learning, and yes, you have to like the video, you have to subscribe to my channel if you have not yet subscribed, and you have to share the videos with your friends and classmates. So goodbye, take care.